I'm gonna make a lot of people mad about this one, but honestly, I don't care. The live action One Piece is way better than the anime. This series follows the adventures of the Straw Hat Pirates as they explore the dangerous oceans, lands, and beyond in search of the One Piece, a fabled treasure that will make their captain, Monkey D. Luffy,
King of the Pirates!
So now that I have you guys' attention, I can tell you guys why I feel that way without hurting your feelings, because I did like the live action more than the anime, but let me tell you why. One of my biggest issues with the anime is the pacing. Like, the pacing is way too slow, and that goes with everything, you know. I don't just say this because it's One Piece, but with every show, anime, or movie, if the pacing is bad, you know, I'm just not that into it. And I get it, you know, it's not just One Piece, you know, the same thing can be said about Dragon Ball, the same thing can be said about like literally any other old anime that is still currently running today. But people need to understand that, you know, that was back then. You have to get through a lot of different episodes just to get to the current times. And that really is a struggle, because if you're trying to get into the anime and you have to get through all of these episodes with the slow pacing, is mainly going to turn a lot of people away. You know, I'm a good example of that because I felt like the pacing was really bad to the point to where I just started reading the manga. The good thing about the live action is they cover 45 episodes in its first season. 45 episodes. That's a lot of episodes. Nothing drags on, nothing takes its time. I just feel like the live action did a really good job with its pacing. The other thing is, it doesn't take that long to go over a couple of the characters' backgrounds, because in the anime, you know, it took a few episodes to go over everyone's, but with the live action, you know, they get it done in their introduction episode and they don't drag too long on it, and there's a lot of back and forth. They did a really good job with it without it taking multiple episodes to try and tell you, oh, this is where this person came from, this is why they want to be a part of the crew and stuff like that. They don't have to do that with the live action. Especially with Usopp's character. I'll be honest with you, that's probably the worst character in all of One Piece. Another issue with the anime is there's a lot of filler episodes. And I'm not just talking about like 1, 2, 3, 10 episodes. No, I'm talking about like full arcs of filler episodes. Why are there filler arcs? I get it, you know, sometimes you need to slow down a little bit after everything that's going on, but why are there filler arcs? That's a lot. It's so bad to the point that someone made a website that skips every single filler episode for you. What does that tell you? There are other shows and animes that get the whole filler thing done, but imagine waiting an entire week or even sometimes months before another episode just to find out that it's filler and it doesn't matter. If I were one of the people who started off watching One Piece when it first came out, I don't think I would have gotten to episode 600 without that list, because I skipped every single filler episode that there was just because it didn't really matter. It didn't help tell the story. One key thing also is I feel like nostalgia plays a big part in One Piece for a lot of people. And, you know, I'm guilty of it too when it comes to Dragon Ball. It's like they say, oh, One Piece starts off slow because it's world building and things like that. And then, you know, you go back and you watch it and you're like, no, there's no excuse for how long it takes for things to take off. And I would say the same thing about Dragon Ball. You know, I would tell people, you know, Dragon Ball was one of the first animes that I started watching when I was a kid. And I saw it in a completely different way back then, but I went back to watch it because I recommended someone to watch Dragon Ball. And I was like, wow, this is so dated. I wouldn't even watch it today. So I think people need to really think back and then really look into what they're trying to get people into, because if this is going to be one of your first animes, it might turn you off from anime altogether. Another thing about One Piece that people do is they tell you to watch the movies. And as most of us know, when it comes to, you know, anime movies, unless it's something like Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer, Dragon Ball Super, you know, they have movies, but it actually makes sense in the anime. They are actually canon, unlike One Piece's movies. Not a single One Piece movie is canon to the story. And I'm not telling you to, you know, skip the movies, because if you really do like One Piece, you're going to want to watch the movies as well. I'm just saying that if you feel like you need to watch a movie to understand the story, you're not going to miss anything. There's nothing in the movies that they bring up in the anime at all. So you're not missing out. And I don't get why people say you need to watch the movies. You have to watch everything about One Piece to know what's going on. That's not true. Now, I'm not saying that the anime is bad, because it's one of the most popular, you know, animes and mangas of this time. You can't go anywhere without talking about One Piece, especially if you're following a whole bunch of Facebook groups. One Piece is going to be a topic, and let me tell you, those One Piece fans, don't tell them that any other anime is better because they're gonna come for your throat. But if you're trying to get somebody brand new into anime, y'all have got to stop suggesting One Piece as their very first watch. I say that because it's gonna turn a lot of people off. And it has. There are lots of people who refuse to watch anime because everyone says you gotta watch One Piece. And when they start getting into it, they don't like it. They're like, it's way too slow, it's dated. And then you come back and you say, oh, just skip ahead a couple of arcs. If I have to skip arcs just to be able to enjoy an anime, it's not a good anime. And it's not just anime. This can be said for literally any other kind of series. If you have to skip ahead because something is boring, it's not good. Let's say you skip ahead. Now you have no idea who these characters are. You have no idea what they're doing, how they got here, what's going on. But, you're at the good parts of the anime. So that has to be something, right? Stop telling people to skip ahead in One Piece. It's not going to help. And this is why I think the live action was a really good idea for a lot of people who want to get into One Piece. You don't have to worry about skipping any kind of filler episodes because the live action has no fillers in it. Now, yes, it is just one season currently, but there's no telling how things could change going forward. Hopefully they stick to how they're going because the live action was really just that good. With that being said, they did announce a reboot of the anime. Now, I'm interested in to see how they're going to do this because they did the same thing with Trigun, and I really like the original Trigun, but the reboot, I personally think that the reboot is way better than the original. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying, that anyone else is wrong for liking the original, but I think they did a really good job with the reboot. Another thing that I really do hope that they get right with the reboot is that they completely changed Usopp's character. Now I know that people love Usopp and he's supposed to be your regular person, but let's be honest, guys. Usopp is the most annoying person on the crew. Luckily with the manga, you don't have to hear Usopp, complaining and crying about things, but in the anime, Usopp was so annoying. Luckily with the live action, Usopp didn't annoy me as much as he did in the anime. I actually liked him a lot better in the live action than in the anime, and the manga as well. Well guys, let me know what you guys thought about the live action down below in the comments. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, I want to know your thoughts on it. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And please guys, if you guys want to get notified each time I upload a new video, hit the notification bell so you can get notified, and I'll see you guys in the next one.